World Tour Finals title in Hangzhou just a couple of weeks ago. So a tough section of the draw, no doubt about that. So it is the Panda sisters who lead out the two pairs. And the home fans, I'm pretty certain, will cheer Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan through every point won. I think they've really come of age since the Olympic Games, where they reached the semi-final, lost the bronze medal playoff match, which of course was a bit of disappointment to them, but since then, final of the World Championships, 8 finals in 2025, winning 4 titles. That's impressive.
And that's exactly the thing, they've become much more consistent.
Yeah, I concur. Well, this is the first meeting between these two pairs, so no previous form to go by.
I have red and black. Black for you.
That's convenient with
It
the
is
kit
red.
colour.
Split partner to receive. You serve. That's it.
So the Indian pair have chosen to receive, and I think it was stated that it was Muralitharan who was going to receive. Well, we'll confirm that in a minute. "26 years of age now, Muralitharan. Both sisters are born in Odisha. Just under 5'2", currently ranked at 53 on the world ranking. It did get as high as 31, but it was quite extraordinary because it was during the period that Muralitharan, the younger of the two, she's only 20, was serving a ban for doping violations. Banned in January last year. She appealed against that ban, and I can only assume that that was upheld because obviously she's back playing again. This is Muralitharan, probably one of the most naturally gifted women's doubles players on the whole of the World Tour. She's 25 years of age, from Kedah, and they're enjoying their 24th consecutive week at their career high of 2. 5th consecutive Malaysian Open. Only once have they won a match in their previous 4 appearances here. Well, Tina Muralitharan, I'd like to wish her a belated happy birthday. I turned 28 4 days ago, and she is a former national women's singles champion dating back to 2017. Umpire and service judge for this match from Norway, and the service judge from Korea. And just to put on record, Steen, the tournaments that Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan have won: the Thailand Open, that was a 500, Arctic Open 500, the Kumamoto Masters, that was a 500, and gold at the SEA Games, the Southeast Asian Games. But add to that their first ever Super 1000 final, that was in Indonesia. Also reached the final of the Indonesian Masters and the Japan Open. So finals at 4 different levels and at the World Championships. Your point about being consistently very good now is a major point.
Yeah, I think so. I guess they must be the most successful Malaysian women's doubles pair.
Whatever.
Is that debatable between Wong Pui-Chi and...
I think it is, because they were world number ones.
They were, that's true.
Yeah. But they never won a medal at World Championships.
No.
Chinny Hui and Wang Peiting. Didn't reach the semi-final of the Olympic Games either.
Exactly.
So it is very much up for debate.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Ritaparna Panda and Swetaparna Panda, India. And on my left, Muralitharan and Muralitharan, Malaysia.
A huge roar for the home pair.
Muralitharan to serve to Swetaparna Panda. Love play.
So the number 2 seeds from Malaysia, far side of the court. What a super
1 love.
turn of serve.
Service over. 1 all.
Pushed it wide.
Yeah. 3 rallies here. That's sort of going to be signature that the Panda sisters, they're going really hard on the service returns. So oftentimes it's make or break in terms of getting an advantage, and also the defense from the Indian sisters is most likely going to struggle against the attack-strong Malaysian pair.
Yeah, nicely done. Steen, before we get embroiled in the badminton and talk tactics and things like that, can I give you a fun fact? I was researching the Indian combination yesterday, and because they come from Odisha, I was reading that in the game reserve there, the tiger, they've got a tiger reserve, and they spotted 2 black tigers, where the black stripes actually are dominant, and so it looks as if they've got orange stripes.
Orange stripes on, wow.
Yes, it was fascinating. I was reading all about it. I couldn't get to sleep after that. It was all too exciting.
There can't be a large number of that, just like the blue lobsters that are
Exactly.
1 in a million or 1 in 2 million, I guess.
That's right. Anyway, back to the badminton. I had to tell you about that.
From the 2 tigers back to the 2 pandas.
I knew you were going to do that.
Gone wide.
8-1.
Oh, that's a super shot from Swetaparna.
It's over. Here, 8.
That's just super defensive shot.
Service over. 9 here. Service over. 3-9.
She was there early enough. Nice, good interception.
Service over. 10-3.
Promoted from the reserve list a year ago, the Panda sisters, into the main draw. They lost to Matsumoto and Nagahara.
Service over. 4-10.
Yeah, they haven't been past the first round here in Malaysia 2 years ago. They also lost in the first round. I believe it was to an Indonesian pair, but I saw a bit of that match and they were struggling to control the drift, so it's going to be interesting to see when they change ends and the sisters are playing with it. Ooh!
Yeah, she read it well. Completely missed times the interception. So it is the World Championship silver medalists, Tan and Tina, 11-4 up in this open game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Panda, on court. Tina.
So 11-4 as play resumes. The advantage with the Malaysian number 2 seeds. Missed it.
Ooh, that's a pity. A little bit too sharp there. Sudirman.
Didn't miss by much.
No.
13-4.
That's just short.
Service over. 5-13.
Just seemed to rush that serve a little, Muralitharan. Maybe that's a standard. A bit like Lee So-hee.
Yeah.
She tends to sort of suddenly serve.
Doesn't want to stand there too long. Normally a sign that you're struggling a little bit with the service situation. There's no doubt that Tina are the overwhelming favourites in this match here. It's going to be interesting to see if they just keep on piling on pressure or taking the foot off the pedal a little bit as the match unfolds.
What's your recommendation as a coach? Do you want your players to spend as much time on court as possible?
No.
Or do you want them to be as sharp as possible for the next match?
In general, I think it's important to be as sharp as possible. I don't want to give any opponents whatsoever any kind of hope. If you can beat them, then beat them as big as possible. And that said, then it's much easier said than done. But I think it sends an important signal. The more important thing is you never know when you can actually take your foot off the pedal a little bit. Sometimes you do it and then you shouldn't have done it because suddenly you give self-confidence to the opponent.
Yeah.
And you start to struggle a little bit, and it might run through the tournament that you sort of struggle through the first couple of rounds and you're not really building self-confidence. So that's the thing, build self-confidence, stick to your plan, maybe try a few things if things are going really, really well, but also make sure that the other pairs don't see you as a pair that you can always play with. It's much better if they see you as a pair where you're nowhere near, so that will give you a couple of extra points.
Tina to serve. Yes. Yes. 16-8. Play.
Nice play.
Service over. 9-17.
Great move by Muralitharan. That's something that we don't see the sisters do. They play more like, I would describe it as an original women's doubles tactic, where they're keen to play front court player, back court player. I think that women's doubles is about to develop away from only playing that style. You need to be able to play rotational style as well.
I think that's been a need for some time, hasn't it, Steve?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I think she changed her mind there, Tina.
Over. 10-19.
Pushed this long. And it's game point opportunities for Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan. Opening game, 21-11 in favour of the home pair, the World Championship silver medalists. Just 13 minutes for that opening game, and 21-11 for Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan.
कॉन्फिडेंटली जोड़ा को रखी दूसरी ना से मुझे उड़ेब ठीक है आज तू भला खेलुछ हम से जिन कर अछि कोड भीतर खेले खेलबे हम आ एक्स्ट्रा जोड़ा कर अछि सेटा हला कि तंकु यार देखि खेले अछि कोड कोड जाउछ ना कोड खेले अछि ए जिन से तो किसने आगे टोले पॉइंट सर्विस इज रेडी नेक्स्ट स्ट्रोक रेडी
20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So the players back on court for the start of this second game. The number 2 seeds, Pearly Tang and Team Muralitharan. Malaysia having won the opening game, 21-11.
Play.
So the Panda sisters, Muralitharan and Sudirman,
Service over.
have a lot of work to do.
1 love.
But Steve, you were saying in the opening game you were going to be interested to see them playing. Now they're playing with the drift, and whether that's going to make a difference to their attacking play. The Indian pair, that is.
Yeah, they will get a little bit help in their smashes, but playing defenses. It's a little bit more difficult in terms of keeping it inside the back line of Tan and Tina's court. On the other hand, it might take a little bit of the pace of the Malaysian smash, which also might be needed for the Panda sisters. And then, on a third note, basically, I wonder if the playing conditions are just as challenging as they were yesterday, because I'm sitting here in t-shirt, and yesterday I had 3 tracksuits on, so I feel it's a bit warmer in the arena today.
It definitely is.
1.
This indicates that the level of air conditioning is not necessarily the same as yesterday.
Yes, which should make the playing conditions a little
Service
better.
over.
Yeah.
2
Conditioning.
all.
Blowing cold air into the arena creates more of a drift and moves the shuttle.
And there's 4 exits, 4 main exits from the arena floor here. Huge poles that are covered by a curtain, and that curtain is showing that there is air coming out of the arena, and thus airflow inside.
Flapping like a flag.
Yeah. Not supported by any coaches, the 2 Panda sisters. So whatever they come up with, they must have discussed themselves.
Yeah.
3, 4.
Comes to mind there. Muralitharan, I thought she could get under it, but had to rethink that.
Service over. 4, 5. Out. Service over. 6, 4.
gaps well, aren't they, the Malaysian pair?
7-4. Service over.
It was a bit lucky
5.
for the Indian combination. Big opportunity.
Do you know, Steen, in all the years of the Open era and the Malaysian Open dating back to 1983, there's never been a player from India who's won a title here.
That's a little bit surprising.
It is, isn't
because
it?
there were some years where Saina, well, the first one, not that there's two Sainas, but she was the first to sort of make her way for a long period in international badminton. Obviously, there was Prakash and Gopichan.
Yeah.
Then came Saina, and she inspired some of the men's singles, Shrikant Dambi.
Yeah.
He got to world #1, and others with him, Sai Praneeth and stuff like that. Pranoy is still playing, who got into this tournament. I know that was in India, so it was next week. He got into the tournament following the withdrawal of Anders Antonsen.
7-8.
So it's a little bit surprising.
And in fact, the only players from India in a final here
Shetin Rankireddy.
a couple of years ago in the men's doubles. So Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu not in the women's singles, and yet they've both been so good, consistently good over so many years. So it is surprising that neither of them actually contested a final here. Oh, we've got another challenge.
Everybody's challenging both sides. Called in, and I have a feeling the sideways drift took that in.
So who has challenged in the end? It's the Malaysians.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call, line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 8-9. Play. Be ready.
I think the Malaysians, they have dropped a little bit in concentration level. That was a loose return from Tina Muralitharan.
Yeah,
Service over.
nice placement.
10-9.
Good reactions.
Just around the other match. Oh, misunderstanding.
It's gone long of the back line. A smash from Sweetapana. Too flat and gone long of the back line. And it means that the number 2 seeds from Malaysia go to the mid-game interval with a 2-point advantage. Longest rally of the match, I suspect, as well.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. 11-9. Play.
So only 2 points the advantage for the number 2 seeds, Muralitharan and Tina Muralitharan, here in the second game, having already won the first. 40 shots that rally just before the mid-game interval. Really the longest rally of the match.
12, 9.
I would expect Malaysian coach Rashman Rasak to ask his players to sort of create a little bit bigger gap, so they don't end up in trouble and making luck too big a part of how this second game is decided. It's interesting with that Indian wave that I feel Saina Nehwal created, followed up by the men's singles and also men's doubles Rankireddy and Shetty, and there's been there were some good women's doubles players previously, Utsa Jawala and Ashwini Punapa. They won a World Championship bronze medal, and now we see Jolly and Gobichan. They lost previously today, but 7 Indian women's doubles pairs amongst top 100.
That's amazing.
So it's going to be really interesting to see if even stronger pairs can grow out of that depth. There's also Tarantina's success should inspire players from outside the normal top nations in women's double, Japan, Korea, China, Indonesia perhaps, that it can actually be done.
Absolutely.
17-9.
Straight points, isn't it? Wasn't it 9-all?
Yeah, you're right. It was 9-all. There's a bit of rotation.
Yeah.
From the Indian pair. A bit of difference in.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Having saved the crisis point, then played it back onto the rackets of Tina. Pushed it long. 10 straight points. Lovely. She does that so well, Muralitharan. stepping into the defence and blocking and moving forward to the net. And on a run of 11 straight points, there are 11 match point opportunities. That's gone long. 21-11, 21-9. And the number 2 seeds from Malaysia, Muralitharan and Muralitharan, come through against the Panda sisters from India in just 30 minutes.
Match won by Muralitharan and Muralitharan, 21-11, 21-9.
Well, with 51 places a difference between these two pairs on the current world rankings, the Malaysians were always going to be the favourites. So safely through to the second round. And they will play against Kusuma and Puspitasari of Indonesia. Confirmation of the scoreline: 21-11, 21-9 in 30 minutes. They'll sign a few autographs, take a few selfies, and we will have more home interest in our next match, our 9th match of the day. And like Muralitharan and Muralitharan, it's going to feature the number 2 seeds, but in the men's doubles. Coming up next, it is Aaron Cha and Sowi Yeek. There they are, waiting in the wings, up against an American pair, Chen Chi-yi and Presley Smith. Welcome back to the Axiata Arena. Day 2 of competition here at the PETRONAS Malaysia Open. 2 more matches to come, and next up is the men's doubles featuring the number 2 seeds Aaron Chia and Sowi Yeek, former world champions, up against an American pair of Chen Chi-yi and Presley Smith, the left-hander.